Here we have two baskets. We have a team of 21 to 22 young birds to race this July. So we split them into two groups. So guys, welcome back to our channel. It's been a while, I know. This is the first time I've actually spent longer time with the birds inside the loft. In the last couple of weeks we've been so busy, and we're just checking, making sure they're okay. I mean, they've been going out doing the loft fly every single afternoon. My wife lets them out and so on and so forth. And today just making sure that they're in good health, checking all the droppings, etc. Observation before we let them out this afternoon. We still have the fantail here, as you can see. They just hop about from roofs to roofs. And yeah, but today just observation, making sure they're okay. I mean, these guys are ready for road training, don't get me wrong, and they disappear for over an hour now, and flying really strong. And yeah, quite recently we vaccinated a lot of them once, the second rounds. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna put them in the basket. So it is now 3:30 in the afternoon. We usually let them out to do loft fly around about 5:30 to 6 p.m. before feeding time. So we're gonna basket them now for a couple of hours, so they can start getting used to the being in the basket prior to the race, which is gonna be in 3 weeks time. So here we have two baskets. We have a team of 21 to 22 young birds to race this July. So we split them into two groups so they're not overcrowded. And then we're going to leave them outside for a couple of hours, and then we will release them here in our garden, just in front of the loft, and then they can do their own loft fly and the usual afternoon routine. This is what I do in the afternoon if I can't do any road training with the birds for any reasons whatsoever. So I put them in the basket, leave them here on top of the table for at least about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then we will release them and they can do their usual afternoon routine. And what they normally do is they would disappear for 30 minutes, 40 minutes to an hour, and then that's them sorted. Then we call them in, and then that's it for the day. So far so good, because I think they are slowly getting used to being in the basket for this long. Let's take a peek and see how they're getting on. Look at these. They've all calmed down now, as you can see. They're slowly getting used to being in this kind of situation, or being basketed, should we say. And it's only about half an hour to go now, and then we're going to let them out there so they can do their own usual afternoon routine. And here we go, the next one here. They're looking good so far. So there we go, they're pretty calm now. There you go. The weather is a bit nice at the moment. It's not raining, at least anyway, that's all I can say. A bit cloudy, but the main thing is it's dry. These birds that we have left inside the loft that we didn't basket, these are the second rounds of the young birds, and 99% of these birds that were left in here were actually given to us by Malcolm Green from Selby. And yeah, they're flying around the loft confidently now. So what we tend to do with these guys is we just leave the trap door open, and then lift that up, open it up. We just basically letting them do what they want to do until they're actually used to it, confident around the loft, before we even think about taking them on the road training. Obviously they won't be ready to race this July, and that'll be for next year. They're not old enough for me anyway, so I know a lot of people do race them from 3 months old and so on. So I was told anyway. But I think I'm gonna keep them. I keep training them and build the strength, and then race them in next year in April, maybe in 2023, when we have the old birds race. So we're gonna race these birds as yearlings. So let's open this up now, so they can go in and out as they please. There we go, it's all open now. So I don't force them to go out, to be honest, so I just let them do what they want to do, because the last thing I want is to spook them. When I first let them out, I think about 3 weeks ago, obviously we didn't want to spook the birds, because that's when you have the overfly, and they get scared, they fly too far and they can't find their way back home. So what I do is I leave it open and let them do what they want to do, and then just fly around the loft, which they have been doing the last couple of weeks. I think they waited long enough, so I think it's about time for us to let them out. So let's go, guys, while it's the weather is nice. There you are. These are the slightly older ones. I mean, there's only about few weeks in between, so we're gonna go around to the other side now. Oh, hang on, what are you doing there, pal? Oh, you got mixed up. So anyway, let's let the other ones out. These are the slightly younger ones anyway. So off they go. You can just about see them up there before they start disappearing for at least about 40 to 45 minutes. The first run of the young birds, so we are going to race in July, in about 3 weeks time, are still out there somewhere. So it takes them about half an hour at least before you see them. And when they do come back after about half an hour, they do fly about for at least half an hour, 40 minutes more, sometimes an hour. And yeah, obviously we feed them same time every day, same feeds all year round, unless it's the winter time where we feed them slightly lighter, so they don't put on as much weight or unnecessary weight. But for the meantime, we're gonna have our tea and we're gonna come back out in about half an hour. Yeah, so the birds are back. 15 minutes, that's not bad at all. Called them in now because it's nearly 7 o'clock in the evening. And as they were landing, we spotted a group of, well, a big group of pigeons flying about on top of our loft, quite high up. So someone must have been training the pigeons somewhere, and it was circling around here for quite some time, for about 10 minutes. And at least 6 of our birds actually joined them, and they're still circling here for the further 5 minutes until they went away. And those 6 pigeons actually broke off. I saw them from a distance, so that's quite good. It was heading towards kind of a Dewsbury area, so yeah, that was quite good. I thought they were actually going to go with them. Let's have a feast. So now at this time of the day, during feeding time, I feed our young birds for as much as they want, and I also give them the grits. And then for when they finish, I don't leave any food hanging about. So all of them get taken away, and then that is it for the day. So yeah, it's been a good day so far, although they don't train hard as yet. They will be soon, and they've been to about 6-7 miles training toss in the last month. So they've done that a few times, I think 5 times now. So the next one, we're going to jump straight to 12. We're going to focus there for a while and straight to 25 to 30 miles. And that is it, I believe. And we're not going to push them so hard. We're only going to race maybe a few races this year because of holiday commitments. So it's going to be at least about 4 races just to get these birds some experience for when we race them next year in April 2023 as yearlings. So I'm hoping that we won't lose a lot, the same as we did last year, where we had 27 and then ended up with 6. That was actually quite well, disheartening, if you know what I mean. So I'm hoping for a better season this year. We're not keeping a large group of a large team of pigeons to raise. It's just enough to keep us going. Yeah, so this is it, guys. This well, this panel was supposed to be for the extension of the pigeon loft, right next to there. Well, we collected this from the seller last weekend, but then my wife had a very clever idea of turning this into a summer house. So there we go. That's our plan down the drain again. But never mind. Anyway, it's gonna. I mean, I agreed to it. It's gonna look nice. We're gonna have a nice kind of summer house around here. Where it is. So that's that panel over there, and to that. So we're gonna dig all the roses up and put the roof over it. That'll be it. It's a 10 by 6. So I quite agree with it because it's a quite good wood. So I guess we're just gonna have to do some partition in there and then downsize and just maintain it to a low level. So basically what I'm saying is we've got hijacked by the wife. So there we go, game over. That extension for the loft ain't gonna happen, but we've got plenty of space in there anyway. We're not keeping a big team because we can't manage it. So what I'm gonna do, I could do 3 sections in there. Bingo. You know, I'm only raising like 20 young birds and I've only got about 5 breeders in there, which is 10 stock birds. You can separate them. It's not bad at all, to be honest. So yeah, we'll stick to that.